I was walking home late one night. The streets were empty, silent, except for the sound of my footsteps. That's when I saw him, just standing there, smiling. At first, I thought he was drunk. But then, he started dancing. Not normal dancing. His movements were jerky, unnatural, like a puppet with its strings cut. I ran. I ran faster than I ever have in my life. I didn't look back. I couldn't. I just ran until I reached my apartment and slammed the door shut. He followed me home. I peeked through the blinds, my heart pounding in my chest. There he was, standing across the street, still smiling. His smile was wide, too wide, like it was carved into his face. I couldn't understand why he was there, what he wanted. I double-checked the locks, making sure everything was secure. I tried to calm myself, but the fear was overwhelming. I sat in the dark, listening for any sound, any sign that he was coming closer. Minutes felt like hours as I waited, my mind racing with thoughts of what could happen. The clock ticked loudly, each second dragging on. I wondered if I should call the police, but what would I say? I picked up my phone, my hands shaking. Just as I was about to dial, I heard a noise outside. A shadow moved past the window and I froze. My breath caught in my throat as I waited, hoping it was just my imagination. Footsteps approached my door, slow and deliberate. I held my breath, praying they would pass by. The door handle turned, and I felt a surge of panic, but then, it stopped. The footsteps retreated. I waited a few moments before daring to look outside again. He was gone. The street was empty once more. I sighed in relief, but the fear lingered. I knew I would never forget that night, the night I encountered the smiling man. I tried to sleep, but every creak and groan of the building made my heart race. I kept imagining his face, that eerie smile just outside my window. I tossed and turned, unable to shake the feeling of being watched. Eventually exhaustion took over and I drifted into a restless sleep. When I woke up, the morning light was streaming through the window. I cautiously looked outside, half expecting to see him still there. But the street was empty, just like any other morning. I felt a strange mix of relief and unease. As I looked at myself in the mirror, I couldn't shake the feeling that something had changed. That night had left a mark on me, a lingering sense of dread. Even now I find myself looking over my shoulder, expecting to see that smile. The smiling man may be gone, but his presence haunts me still.